We're just going to YouTube's live, Facebook's live, Instagram's live. We are golden. We're rolling. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right and you can't hear the fan. Or maybe you can hear the fan a little bit, but it's fucking roasting here in the UK. It is scorching. So I'm having to work with a fan on, else I'm going to be absolutely melting. And I'll just be dripping with sweat and it won't look good on camera, especially when we're doing these lives. So, right, we got one on Facebook. We got a few on Instagram. What's happening, team? I hope you're good. We'll let YouTube do its thing. And then we will get rolling very, very shortly. This is going to be... I'm going to link some of these points back to glucose levels and diabetes and stuff, but it's going to be more sort of mindset, sort of motivational ones, I think, which I know a lot of you guys like because you always message me when I do these sort of episodes. So hopefully you're going to enjoy it. So we will get going very, very soon. We've got a few on Instagram. Guys, just leave me an emoji, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or comment. Just let me know that you can hear me and you can see me okay. Please. Thank you kindly. I'm thinking we've not even swore yet. Maybe when I start the episode, we'll get to it. We'll get to it, won't we? Right. Shall we hit record? We are rolling. Right. Shall we go? 3, 2, 1. Yes, gang. Welcome to the Type 1 Movement Podcast, the number one podcast, the number one place to be if you're a Type 1 diabetic or know a Type 1 diabetic, love a Type 1 diabetic, parents of a Type 1 diabetic, anything Type 1 related, you're all welcome here. So before we get into this episode, please leave me a rating and a review on the podcast app, as it really does help me reach more Type 1 diabetics and positively impact and inspire our community. And that's why I do this at the end of the day. Also, feel free to screenshot, share it to your Instagram stories and tag me at Type1_Tom. So I can reach out and say thank you. I love it when you guys reach out or you screenshot, you're going on a walk, you're listening to my podcast, or you're saying what you found, helpful from it. I absolutely love that. So thanks for that, team. And that brings us on to what this episode is about. 10 things I've learned in the last 6 months that changed my life. Now, I'm going to link some of these back to being a Type 1, but it's going to be more of like, just hopefully you can get some value from it, some motivation, some sort of inspiration for you guys, and just things, me kind of airing my thoughts on certain things that I think will be of value to you guys as humans, not just as Type 1s, because we've got to remember we aren't just Type 1 diabetics, we're fucking human beings as well. Do you know what I mean? So we've got to remember that. So I wanted to do this episode because in the last 6 months, my life's changed pretty drastically, but it's not come without some tough times, which we'll get onto shortly. And I think like a few of my mates or people say to me, I'm so happy for you for your success and stuff like that. And then I think success, like what's success? Like it's so different for everyone, right? It's so different for everyone. Because I was going to call this episode 10 things I've learned from getting or being successful in the past 6 months. But then I thought, well, what's success? For me, what success is having impact in the Type 1 community. And so far this year, I have done that pretty fucking incredibly well. I've helped 28 Type 1 diabetics achieve a HbA1c of 6.5% or below. So that's what success is for me, knowing that myself and my business is having a positive impact on the Type 1 diabetic community, hence why I do these podcasts. Also, the other side of success for me is having freedom and time to do the things that I love. Having freedom and time to do the things that I love. That could be going out on my bike, going for a walk, a run, walking, spending time with, friends and things, like having freedom and time. When people think success, I think people automatically think having a lot of money and they tie it into a financial thing, when I don't think that's true at all. I think success is different for everyone. And for me, it's having impact, a strong, solid impact of being able to change the lives of other Type 1 diabetics. And also for myself personally, having freedom and time to do the things that I love. And those two things are something that I've done pretty fucking good at over the past 6 months. Yeah. This has put me in a pretty good place so far where I am. I'm currently buying my own house, my first house, which I'm fucking incredibly proud of myself for. But that's only come from being able to have an impact in the Type 1 community through my coaching programs, and then having the freedom and time to kind of work on myself as well. So I will say that I will say this in the sense that success for me, having impact in the talent community, having time and freedom, I have that. So for me personally, I believe that, yes, I'm being successful. And that's why I wanted to share these 10 things with you guys. Success for you will probably be different. Yeah, it's probably going to be different for every single one of us. What will be success for me might not be success for you. Yeah. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to share these 10 things that I've learned over the past 6 months that have changed my life and come alongside me becoming my own version of success. The first thing is, in order to gain, you must lose. In order to gain, you must lose. So I've gained quite a bit over the past 6 months. My impact on Talent Diabetics through my coaching program, being able to buy my own house, my health, my mental health, having time, having freedom. I've gained quite a bit, but that's not come from me not losing anything. I've lost things like relationships. I nearly lost myself at fucking one point. You know, if you listen to my podcast a few episodes back when I went through a major bout of depression back end of last year. And I think in order to gain, you must lose something. And you can tie this back to being a type 1 and managing our glucose levels. It's like people want to improve the time in target range or their average glucose, yeah, or the HbA1c, but they're not willing to stop certain things that they're doing in life, yeah, that aren't aligning with having this better control. It's like I speak to some type 1s and like, I don't want to be thinking about it all the time. I don't want to have a routine in my day. I'm like, what the fuck? You tell me that you want this improved control, but you're not willing to sacrifice a few things. So the first thing is, in order to gain something good, you're going to lose something. It's just unfortunate, and it's the way that fucking life goes at the end of the day. The second thing is, not everyone is going to be happy for you when you start to do well or you start to become what your version of success is. For example, I've had people start slating me for charging for my program to help type 1 diabetics. I've had other people reaching out to me saying, why are you doing it this way? Yada, yada. Like, not everyone is going to be happy for you. That's just the way that fucking life goes. But it tends to be these people, when you start to become happy and successful, whatever your definition of success is, and it could be even you improving your blood glucose control. These people that aren't happy for you, they're not happy for you. They're not fucking happy in their own life. So you need to remember that. And kind of in a sense sounds bad, but think of them, oh, I'm sorry that you're not happy in your own life if you're bringing your shit onto me. Something to remember. I've known people who have started to improve the blood glucose control, and other type 1s are reaching out and they're like, oh, that's good, but why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Do you know what I mean? Like questioning it because they're not happy within themselves. Yeah. If someone's not happy for you, it's not they're not happy for you. They've got their own issues. Yeah. So that's something else. Third thing is delay. This is something that was hard for me. Delay gratification. This was fucking hard for me, right? I was very hooked up on instant gratification, like spending money to try and make myself feel good. And this was a hard thing for me, having to delay gratification. So this can be linked back to blood glucose. And this could be something as simple as turning down, let's say, a high-fat meal or a takeout in the evening because you want your levels to be stable overnight. That's delaying gratification. Yeah, that's a very small example. But that's something that I've learned in the past 6 months is that delaying gratification, the opposite of that is instant gratification. Doing something for some gratification now that you know down the line isn't going to pay off. Like the example of the high-fat meal, you want to keep your blood glucose in range overnight, but you're going to scoff your face with a high-fat, high-carb meal, struggling to control your levels, you're up and down overnight. That's that instant gratification of having that meal. You know full well what's going to probably happen overnight. So you need to learn to delay gratification. That's going to stand massively for you. The other thing that I've learned is, which we are on number 4, dead simple this. I spoke about this so much. Read daily. This is something that I never really did. I did like a full podcast episode on this. Read daily. Guys, even if it's listening to an audiobook on your walks. Last time I spoke about this on a podcast, so many of you reached out to me and was like, hey, like I probably don't read enough. Guys, like reading is the best way to fucking gain knowledge and gain intelligence, right? You can fucking learn anything from a book. I'm like into books on, obviously I read about diabetes. I read about personal growth, money, wealth, personal development, mindset, spirituality. Like I read a lot of books because I'm interested in these topics. So reading is a huge thing that I've learned over the past 6 months. I will say, find something that you're interested in to read. Yeah. So moving on, 5 things. This is the 5th. Sorry, 10 things. This is the 5th thing. Things won't always turn out how you want them. Yeah, things won't always go to plan and turn out how you want them. But sometimes that's just the way. Not to sound too spiritual here, but I do believe that we all have a certain like blueprint outlet, sort of outline of how our life's meant to be, why we're meant to be here, and what we're meant to be providing for the world, right? Stay with me on this. I'm not going to get too fucking spiritual and deep. I believe that, like, it's kind of already there, like I want to say God, but I'm not sure about God. So I'm going to say the universe, I think, has some sort of plan for us all. And our plan might be different, but that's not really the path that we're meant to be on, if that makes sense. So understand that things won't always go how you want them to go, and you've got to have faith sometimes. This can be dialed back to like another thing with us being type 1s, blood glucose. A test might not go how you want it to go. Yeah. A prediction of your blood glucose might not go how you want it to go, but you know what? That might have meant to happen so you can learn something from it. And it's the same with a bigger picture in life. If you've got a plan, yeah, and things don't work out the way that you planned it, that's probably meant to happen so you can fucking learn something from it. That's a key thing that I had to learn. The other thing, I think we're on number 6, a big one, and I couldn't do a list without fucking fitting this in there, and that's exercise every day. Every day, move, do something. I'm not on about working out or cycling or running or something every day, even if it's just a walk, yeah? Exercise every day. It's going to help your mental state. It's going to help your blood glucose. And it's just fucking healthy for you. It's another thing I've learned. Exercise every day. Some of my hardest times, exercise is what's got me through. It might just be a little walk, listening to an audiobook. Exercise, moving is what's got me through. They say that the best way and the fastest way to change your sort of mental state is to change your physical state. Yeah. Even if you're feeling shit and you just drop down and do 5 burpees, that's going to make you feel a little bit better. Yeah. So that's something that I've learned over the past 6 months. Exercise daily. Number 7, prioritize relationships. Now, I'm an introvert. Like, I like my own space and kind of like to be on my own at times and stuff like that. Like, sometimes I'll have a day where I don't fucking want to speak to anyone. I just don't want humans. Yeah. Which sounds strange considering that my job is based on helping people and stuff like that. But there's times when I just don't want to socialize. I don't want to speak to anyone. Yeah. But at times you need to prioritize relationships. And this is something I've learned massively over the past 6 months, was my relationships with my parents and my relationships with my friends. Because I used to kind of think, not that I don't need anyone, but that I'm all right alone. And since doing this and like seeing my parents happier and being able to see my friends and inspire them and them inspiring me, like relationships, or if you've got a partner and stuff, relationships are key to life at the end of the day. It might even be like the relationships that I've got with clients and stuff like that. I prioritize that, yeah, because I do think one of the true meanings in life is to be able to help and inspire other people. So the other thing that I've learned is prioritize relationships. Number 8, tell people nice shit. Whatever it is, tell people nice shit, yeah? It could just be, hey, your top looks good. Yeah, I know it does. Yeah. These will be available very soon. Wanted to get that in there, didn't I? Hey, the guys on the podcast, it's a Type 1 Movement t-shirt that we've got that will be available very soon. But yeah, tell people nice shit each day. Just compliment them. Don't expect anything in return from it. Do you know what I mean? Whatever it is, just tell people nice shit. This is going to make, it sounds a bit of a selfish reason, but it's going to make you feel good, right? As well. It's going to make the other person feel good. So that's something that I've learned in the last 6 months to help change my life. Tell people nice stuff. Yeah, nice shit. 9, get comfortable being alone. Now, I know I said prioritize relationships as well, and I had to become more social and stuff like that, but I am naturally introverted. And that, as much as I like spending time with mates and speaking to people, I am kind of introverted, yeah? So even though I am, and what I'll say to you guys is get comfortable with being alone. You know what? You know what helped me with this is meditation every single morning, which I'll get onto shortly. But you know what? Not a lot of people can sit by themselves with their own thoughts. Not a lot of people can sit by themselves with their own thoughts. And I know it's fucking hard, and I struggle with it at times still. But the more that you do it, the better that you're going to get at it. So spend time like alone. Get comfortable being alone. Take yourself on a walk. Take yourself on a fucking date. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll quite happily go on a walk by myself. I'd go for fucking dinner by myself. Well, I have done it in the past. And I'll go and sit in a coffee shop and work by myself. Get comfortable with your own time. This sounds so simple. It's something I learned heavily over the past 6 months that helped change my life. And it does sound so simple, but not a lot of people can do this. Some people have constantly got to be around other people. And when they're on their own, they feel lost. Yeah. And I think it's so crucial that we get to know ourselves and we get used to being us with ourselves, as crazy as that sounds. The last thing is going to be key. I'm going to fucking line this one up before I give you number 10. Last thing is key to managing your blood glucose, key to managing your health, key to being successful, whatever your definition of success is. And it's have some structure in your day. Have some structure in your day. This is one of the first things that I did, team. One of the first things that I did was I created a daily routine. Yeah, so I'll talk you through it briefly. I get up in the morning. I have a cold shower. I come and sit down right here at my desk where I'm recording this podcast, doing these lives. I do 10-minute guided meditation. I open my planner, a journal, 3 goals I want for the day, 3 things I'm grateful for. Then I crack on with my day. In the afternoon, sometimes I'll do like a workout in the morning or something. In the afternoon, I might go out on a bike, bit of work in the evening. Then the same in the evening, I tend to read, do my evening journal. So I've got a very structured day. My meals are roughly structured as well. When I'm working out is structured. When I'm responding to clients, when I'm doing work is structured. You need to have some sort of structure in your day. I know this can be hard if you work shifts or different times and stuff like that, but there's something in your day that you can structure, you can create a routine from. This is key. So key for us as type 1s and so key for your health as well. Also that goes into this is roughly go to bed around the same time and wake up around the same time each morning. Like go to bed around the same time each night, wake up around the same time each morning. It sounds so simple, but so many people don't do this. And that's a key thing that's helped me achieve my definition of success in the past 6 months is having some sort of structure in your day. If not, you don't know whether you're fucking coming or going. Yeah. How can you make goals? How can you prioritize your time if you don't have structure in your day? You don't know what's going on in your day. Yeah. So a quick recap of these 10 things. 1, in order to gain, you must lose. That can be anything in life. 2, not everyone's going to be happy for you when you start to achieve what you define as success. 3, delay gratification. Instant gratification is hard. And I know because I've been there in the past, but delay it. It's going to pay off big time in the future. 4, read every day. Make sure it's something that you fucking enjoy. 5, things won't always go how you want them to go, whether that be a blood glucose test, something with your health, life, plans, relationships, whatever it is. Things won't always go how you want them to go. Number 6, goes without saying, exercise every fucking day. Number 7, prioritize relationships with friends, family, whether that be partners. Prioritize that shit. Number 8, tell people nice shit every day. Yeah. Be honest about it as well. Like, don't come across like a dick. Like, be honest when you say nice shit to people. Number 9, get comfortable with being alone, being with yourself, spend time with yourself, take yourself out on a fucking date. Do you know what I mean? Get used to being with you. You're going to be with you for the rest of your life. No one else is guaranteed in your life except yourself. So get fucking used to being alone. Number 10, the big one, have structure, some sort of routine, some sort of structure in your day. So you know what's going on. You can prioritize your time. And it's just going to help you so much, especially with your blood glucose levels and your health. Guys, that is it. If you got value from this episode, please leave me a rating and a review on the podcast app. And feel free to screenshot, share it on your Instagram stories and tag me at type1_Tom. Guys, if you're listening to this, you know what, actually, I would love for you to drop me a message and let me know what your definition of success is. Like I said, for me, success has been able to positively impact and change the lives of type 1 diabetics and having my own freedom and time to spend time with family, friends, cycle, do the things that I love in life, right? Go away, do the things that I love in life. That's my definition of success. Yeah. I would love to know what your definition of success, a successful life is. So feel free. It might just be improve your blood glucose. It could be anything, whatever. It's different for us all, right? Different for us all. So feel free to drop me a DM and let me know what your definition of success is. Guys, thank you very, very much for listening. I appreciate your ears and eyes, you guys watching on the live, as always. Until the next episode, peace. Guys on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, do we have any questions? I'm going to stay on for about a minute. to see if we have any questions. If not, I'm going to jump off. Have a quick flick through YouTube, Facebook, make sure we've got nothing on there. Hey guys, dropping emojis and comment in on Instagram. Rosie, you and all your fans. I know, terrible. Oh, well, there's only one in here at the moment. Don't know where the other fuckers have gone. Leaving me. Fans leaving me. Right, team, we've got no questions. Lisa, thank you. Stumbled upon this podcast this morning. Watched it with my Type 1D 11-year-old son. Great list. Thank you very much. I will warn you parents of Type 1s with young kids. I curse and swear a lot, so maybe just, watch some of my lives, listen to some of my podcasts alone, and make sure if you're happy with your children hearing what I say. That's just me. That's just who I am. Yeah. So I will put that warning out for anyone, parents of Type 1s. If you have young kids, be careful because I do curse quite a bit, and I don't know whether you want me to hear that or not. Right. With all that being said, team, I want to thank you very, very much for tuning in and watching me, lending me your ears and eyes today. And until the next live, peace.